gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. With slow, give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. All night, alright. With you, why do you gotta all night, alright. So slow, give it up, gonna be alright. Give it up, gonna be alright.
Okay, we here. Wow. Hello everybody. Sorry, I'm late. I had an issue with the YouTube chat, which meant that it wasn't up on screen, but it will be up on screen now. In a couple minutes, it will fix itself. How are you all doing? Thank you for being here for this, your Friday evening for the Origins done. It's been a while since we've just had, pure focus on the NRL. That's the way that I like it personally. And we don't really have a lot of time to preview anything because of the chat issue, so we're just going to get straight into it. I want to off the bat say, so it's been a little while since I've streamed. Oh, Pepsi Max up immediately. I need to defizz it, but I'll owe you one. It's been a while since I've streamed a Watchalong. I took last week off, and obviously we didn't even have a Thursday game this week. Here's a bit of ASMR for you. To answer on Twitch, Kiwi Pro, we will not actually see the game. No. I know I look very tired. I'm not actually, it's not like a couple of weeks ago where I was like physically ill. I'm not physically ill whatsoever. I just was up since the early hours of the morning, and I've just woken up from a nap. And I don't know about you guys, but when I have a nap and I wake up, I ain't refreshed. I am not refreshed at all. So what you're going to watch today is an egregiously tired boy watching a game of rugby league football. And if that's up your alley, then hell yeah, stick around. If that's not up your alley, I wouldn't blame you. Much like being at the West Tigers seemingly isn't up Jerome Luai's alley. What an interesting week for him. And we'll get to see him take the field, obviously, today. In really quite a must-win game for them. Like, they could obviously still make the finals with a loss, but they lost last week against the Dragons. I know that the Warriors are a great side, but it is at Campbelltown. They're going to expect to get the job done. We'll see if they can. I will ask you geography questions to cheer you up. I don't know if my brain can handle it right now, but I do massively appreciate that. Thank you. There's the kickoff if you want to sync up with me. There is not a lot of people out there at Campbelltown Stadium. I think maybe a few Tigers fans lost a bit of faith in their boys last time out. YouTube chat still isn't fixing itself. It will fix itself in, as I say, in a couple of minutes. But anyway, I'm still reading YouTube chat, so I can still see what is up there. Dean's donated already. Why is it not coming through? Oh, it's not coming through because of the chat issue. Sorry, if you'd done that a couple of minutes later, it would have. Hello, Mr. Leaguie, I've got a joke. What's the difference between Darren Lockyer and the St. George Dragons? Lockyer only sounds like he's choking. But the St. George Dragons or Illawarra Dragons are actually choking. That's pretty funny. I like that from you. That's good areas. Oh no, there's a song that's playing that is not supposed to be playing. I hope you couldn't hear that very well, because that was the Beatles, and they are not copyright-free music. My Spotify queue continued from before. I didn't realize I still had a queue up there. When does it start? The game. The game has started. Why does it say pre-match? It shouldn't say pre-match. The NRL clock hasn't started up yet. I'll try running it again. It's very strange. Not sure. The clock will come up in a moment. You know what's happened? It's because I've been away for a week. Everything's just broken. There we go. Now we're back. Penalty there. Right on cue for the West Tigers. They absolutely love that out there at Campbelltown. Very much, I mean, a home that I want them to adopt a lot more. The obviously, knockout games that I cut for next season. I hope it can be a chance for them to do so. But yeah, they really, really need to win this one, I feel. Yeah, you're not going to see the game too, Foster. Not going to see the game. Yeah, it's a watch-along, and I am not Fox League. You know how there was just a $5.3 billion rights deal paid for the broadcast? I got that level of change, unfortunately, personally myself in my little funds. Like, if you want to donate that amount, then I would happily pay for it. But can't quite at the moment. So, all right, here come the Wires. Look really good in the blue jerseys under the light there. You can really tell that I've just woken up. I was not just like 3 in the morning. Fisher Harris is straight through. Fisher Harris, Jesus Christ, this guy is good. On his return, immediately, just a simple crash play, and the New Zealand Warriors get on the board. You notice those animations are slightly different to before as well. Marginally different. There's a few things that are different, actually, from last time I streamed on this channel. But anyway, it is live on free-to-air TV, mate. Well, then they can go watch it on free-to-air TV. I may prefer this because I have no character limit to highlight matches. Well, if you want to watch it on Twitch, that's fine by me, bro. By me, we've got 30 viewers over on Twitch, which is like about 3 times as many as we normally have. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. As I say, I don't show the game. I've never shown the game. Obviously not legal, but I appreciate you all being here. Thank you. Waz strike first. They strike early, very early. I mean, it's not panic stations for the West Tigers by any means, but consider you try that early in the game certainly would not have been on the game sheet. I'll have that Pepsi Max sip that I owed Lorenzo. How?
That's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
Does Para do the most Para thing in the world and put all our eggs into the Jerome basket for 1 year?
I more and more think that will be happening, yes. More and more. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? I thought I knew why the YouTube chat wasn't working. And the thing that I fixed, I did need to fix. I just completely forgot the other thing I needed to fix. Because I got a new chat. I need to let the new chat know. Remember how, well, not all of you will know this, but on Monday I streamed on the gaming channel. I switched everything over to the gaming channel. And a couple new things I forgot to switch back. I understand what's wrong now, though. And genuinely, in a few minutes, it will fix itself. That's very funny. That is very, very funny. Yes, the new chat. I'll get used to switching that around, though. All right, Jacob Laban. With a run there on the second. Egan is in at dummy half here. Inside 5 minutes gone. Warriors lead by 6. Can you buy the rights to show the game and show the game? And Arrowhead, I'd love to do that one day. I don't think I'm going to have that level of money ever. But, you know, would be nice. There we go. And the YouTube chat's on screen. Let's go. Oh, geez, nearly through there. Fisher Harris with a bit of a half break. Had a little bit of support. Opted not to find it, though. There's a Tiger down in back play.
That's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the
Donations.
How many American rugby fans does it take to change a life? Both of them.
There have been 2 in our chats before. I want to talk about Leaguie and the Eels. Sorry, I feel like glazed over that because I was trying to fix the chat. Thank you for the $8, by the way, Mario, as always. It just seems to me very much like a Parramatta thing to do. I don't know if I believe that they're in a premiership window, but I believe that they might believe that if they sign Leaguie, they can be. Get him next to Moses. You know, we've seen them work together instead of Origin before. Just for 1 year, you've shown quite clearly that you are willing to sign a 5/8 on a 1 year deal. And you might know better than me who's coming through there at Parramatta. But I don't really get the sense that there's someone... Like, I know you got Josh Papali, but someone who's flying through to take that position. I think Papali is really more of a fullback. So... yeah, it really depends on how they see that. Depends on how they see that. Obviously, thank you as well to Dean. Yes, for the $8. And even earlier, there was another $8. So thank you very much. Much appreciated. Martin has... oh, he dummied, and it was lost the ball. Lost the ball forward into a West Tiger. So, good defense there from the West Tigers. They survive. Peasant been so asked. Peasant been so injured. He's not been that bad when he's played. He's been less than expectations, though.
Lorenzo Theraborn just redeemed Pepsi Max sip.
Sure thing. Thoughts on the Dogs being 2 points off the 8? Run of form's been brilliant. I hope that they can, well, for their sake, they can keep it up. And at this point, I probably think they do. Hopefully, at $24, you can buy the rights to stream on YouTube. I'll offer Peter Volandis. I think, you know, obviously, broadcast deal has been signed, so I don't know if I'm maybe a few weeks too late on that one. But would love the opportunity to do that. We'll see. You've heard of Dylan Lucas, he's Gortukis. Now get ready for Laurie Daly, he's Israeli. Look, I won't be hearing any Laurie Daly slander today. Alright? I know I'm slanderer number 1. But, no, he's earned a little bit of respect, for sure. He will step down and go, and it's the perfect outcome to have won the series and go out as a winner. That's the way I wanted it. So, I completely forgot to put the goal on the scoreboard for the Warriors. That was way earlier. That was about 5 minutes ago. My bad. Thoughts on 2x300? I'll talk about it more tomorrow. The thought of streaming all 3 games tomorrow is daunting to me. Will be real. Actually, there's a chance I might not be. I do have an event to do that will end at 2. I don't know if I can get here in time for the game at 3. I basically thought I'd make a decision throughout this stream and then let you know. Can I slander the Slander Man? Go ahead, brother. Slander me. Y'all have doubted us, but we are still in contention to win the Prem. Haven't conceded 50 yet. Yeah, okay. Make the 8 first. Make the 8 first. That'd be nice, and then we'll see what you can do from there. Let's just put it that way. No NRLW streams? Yeah, I know. And I don't feel good about it, but I don't have any other time during my weekend. On Saturday earlier in the day, I can't. And I don't know if there's NRLW afterwards. I doubt it. Sunday I've got slightly more time, but my mum's visiting me and I don't want to spend the entire time streaming. Leaguie 1 to 22, it's Tigers and Wires time. Let's go with number 1. Literally number 1. Thoughts on Sherry signing with the Storm? Yeah, good question. He's a I think he's in need of a change of scenery. He's a good player though. Good centre. I think he's the exact kind of player who we've seen a million times before go down to the Melbourne Storm and have brilliant success down there. So I'm excited about him. He's a Menai boy like myself. And I think he'll do very well down there. They obviously need a centre to replace Nick Meaney, maybe even to replace Jack Howarth, who's rumoured to be on the way out. So, brilliant pass nets. Lecker the Wrecker on the wing. He wants to take on Jerry Buller. He does it. He steps back inside. The back rower on the wing, flying. Love that from Halasima. Last year's near Rookie of the Season winner. He's having a good backup season, that's for sure. Tomato Martin calls Laban underneath. This kid's having an even better season, I think. They are looking likely to score their next here, the New Zealand Warriors. At 6 points to 0. They look like they might make it 12. Close there, the Warriors, but a couple meters short from Aaron Clark. Egan close to the line now, and it's been knocked on by Mitch Barnett. Yep, that's the ruling. It's going to be a changeover. Unfortunately, it wasn't Barnett, excuse me. It was Tennis Tower Smith. I just saw a bald guy and assumed it was Mitch Barnett. Is he bald? He's kind of balding. Anyway, yeah, there was a crash play. They had success with it, obviously, with the Fascia Harris try. Couldn't get it done that time. Lorenzo says next year the Storm won't lose a game till at least round 20. Sure, Storm fan. Love that from you. Lendog says, I've been out for ages. These graphics of the stream are looking insane these days. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. There's a lot of work that's gone into them, that's for sure. And I'm very proud of them. So it was about time that we stepped it up, I think. We had essentially the same graphics for a very long time. So, yes. Lorenzo says, I will do the event you stream, please, please. Unfortunately, I'm professionally obliged to do this event. So it's a picnic. It's a picnic out at a park here in Canberra. It's going to be nice and fun. Going to be real good. But yeah, on the NRLW streams, I am sorry, because as a lot of you would know, especially the ones asking, I feel a great sense of personal responsibility to grow the NRLW as much as I personally can and talk it up and support it. And the streams are a big way of doing that, especially at least the Roosters games. But the Roosters goals kick off at I think 5:30 tomorrow, so I will be streaming, and I will be watching that game on a different monitor on the side as the NRL game. So in effect, I'll be streaming them, at the same time. Okay, we've got talk here of a penalty, well, definitely penalty, but of a sin bin to the New Zealand Warriors here. Sorry, well, Warriors benefiting. Tigers would be sin bin for some high contact in the contest. Is that going to be the ruling there? Oh no, excuse me, it was Bunty. Yeah, that's a remarkably late tackle. Bunty Afara, I think the former New Zealand Warrior, now West Tiger. He could be bin bound, absolutely bin bound. Oz v Fiji at Suncorp in Brisbane on Sunday, October 25th at 7:05. What about it? I think we're about to have a,
Oh, what about that? Send him off! Send the dirty get off! Get him off!
yellow line incoming. Sounds like it. Sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah. Bunty Afoa in the bit. No, damn it. I pressed the wrong buttons again. It's not a Warrior sin bin. It's a Tiger sin bin. Look, okay, for those of you who are new here, these are new animations. I'm still getting used to using them. And I have pressed every single run button. It is a Tiger sin bin. I have Warrior sin bin and Tigers try. Nope, just Tiger sin bin. You are bad at this? Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm getting used to it, okay? I'm getting used to it. And I was getting used to it and actually doing it very, very well. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a week and a half of not doing it. It's like playing an instrument, these animations. There's all kinds of different buttons and stuff. Anyway, we got it right in the end. It's the second round of the Men's Rugby League World Cup pool stage, which I'm going to. Very cool. Penalty there to the Wires. Laban is the one staying down. My brother asked me if I wanted to go to, I think it's Australia versus New Zealand at Allianz, opening up the tournament. And I haven't given him an answer because I think I'll be probably streaming it. It's okay, you're sleepy and that's fine. Thank you, I appreciate you saying that. I am egregiously sleepy. I woke up and I was like, honestly, I might just say that I'm sick and not stream. Because I'm not really sick, to be honest, but just that tired. I just think Warriors will go away with it here in this sin-bin period. Not game over by any means. It's literally 6 points to 0, but they're a really, really good side. And Tigers have just been on the slide for a little while now. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope around the West Tigers coming into this game. Yeah, it's what I thought, did Leaguie swear. How's the cold Canberra weather been treating you? Any snow yet? Nah, we don't really have snow here. Pompey gets it out to find Capoeira, bang. Try-time New Zealand Warriors. This guy who is probably not part of their starting team next year. Alofiana Capoeira with Warbrick coming and Dallin staying. But I tell you what, he's making the most of his chances at the moment. Capoeira gets the Warriors 10 points ahead. See, Lorenzo, when I get it right, just give me credit for getting it right as well at the same time. If Bunty becomes a drag queen after he retires, I have a really good drag name for him. Okay, what is it? I'm trying to think what it might be. Is it Bunty Afo, but instead of B, it starts with C? I feel like that'd be a decent drag name. Maybe 2 on the nose, but it would be very funny. 21 viewers and only 7 likes. You should all like the stream, otherwise the League will legally make your house an embassy in North Korea. I can do that. I do have the legal ability to do so. But however, I won't, because, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, and I want to use it responsibly. Gamble responsibly as well. So, yeah. Yeah. It was a try to the Tigers, my bro. Thankfully, that's not the case. Thankfully, that's not the case. Alofiana Capoeira does not, in fact, play for the West Tigers. Pompey from the sideline. It's a tricky one for him to get. He's not the first choice kicker at the Warriors. That would be Tanwa Boyd, and even Luke Metcalf probably ahead of him. What can Adam Pompey do? Starts it out to the right-hand side, stays out to the right-hand side. And this is a weakness for the New Zealand Warriors. It is. I am ambitious about them this season. However, I just don't know if they can win the comp by going up in 4s the way that they tend to. Hazman, thank you for following on Twitch. I don't know if you followed before, so much appreciated. I think you had, probably. 10-0. This is the Tigers cycle every year. 1, Tigers start season well. 2, they go on a mid-season fall-off. 3, they get some form back. 4, they go on a winning streak late, but it's too late. Well, we're waiting on that winning streak, I'll tell you what. But yeah, it has very much felt like last season, for sure. And the way that they started the season was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant form. They just look like a shadow of that side. Call of a forward pass there? No. It was just from the crowd. Capoeira with it, steps inside, gets around another 20 meters at least. Still going here, Lofi Capoeira. 20 meters turns into 30 and 40 meters. What a run there from the winger, Olafiana Capoeira. I reckon without the 10 by ACL, there'd be a genuine chance. There's a very solid case for that. Thank you, Lorenzo. There's your one allotted Twitch follow. I'm going to, if people do follow on Twitch who I know to have followed before, I will actually take action this time. I know I keep warning about it, but anyway. Personally, it's Leaguie's fault. I don't think that's true whatsoever. Okay, not whatsoever, but no, I think he's a very easy scapegoat. People want to dislike for whatever reason. I don't get it. Anyway, Clark to Tamara Martin. Gets it out. Oh, that's too easy. That's way too easy for big Ali Leitao. He is a brilliant young centre. He's got so much potential ahead of him. 23 years of age. Big fella. And I said this. I think that in this in period, the Warriors will go away with it. They've now added their second try of the period. And this game is getting very big and very ugly for the Tigers very quickly. Look at that. Waz are on fire today. Waz are absolutely on fire today. They are singing. And granted, like, yeah, 2 of the tries are against, 12 men. But they're just... It's funny. You look at this team on paper, and I predicted the Warriors quite low this year. I can't remember exactly where, but it was the double digits of positions. It was, I think, about 11th, maybe even 12th. I think it was 11th. Anyway, you look at this side on paper with its names, and I'm like, I truly... They finished last season in such terrible form due to injuries. I truly think so many of these players are playing well above where they're expected to be at this point in their career. Ali Leitao, Adam Pompey, Capoeira even. He wasn't playing first grade for the Titans last season. Chanel Harris-Savita and Tamire Martin being one of the most damaging attacking halves in the Premiership. That's crazy.
The big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
Did someone say Moolah?
Someone did say Moolah. And indeed, I think you probably said something, words to the effect of shut up and take my money. So, thank you. Pompey misses again. Pompey misses again. This is the thing. Look, it'll be enough to beat the Tigers. I think that when you come up against Panthers, Roosters, I know they played Dolphins not last week, a couple of weeks ago and lost. And the kicking was terrible in that game from memory. But it's a worry. It's a worry. That was a very gettable one. Very gettable one. You seem bloated? What's going on? Bloated is a crazy one. I know, I'm just tired, bro. I'm just tired, Cat. But yeah, on the halves, Shanahan Savita took a hiatus from the game a couple years ago to go become a novelist. Tamare Martin retired because of a brain bleed. Like, they're back and they are dominating. It's crazy work. It's absolutely crazy work. Poppy missed every conversion of Adam Poppy missed every conversion in the 2023 prelim fame. I can see it happening again. That's all I could say. How many deaths did you end up with in your GTA 5 speedrun? 2 deaths, both of which came instantaneously and while I was in a vehicle. So I said a few times there, like, if I was in a shootout, my health had gradually gone down, I would have been able to stomach that a lot more. It's just a bit unlucky both times, but I'd once every 7.5 hours. I'll absolutely take that. All credit to website, yeah, literally, is getting the best out of players who, people or myself didn't have many expectations of. I think that's absolutely down to the coach. Still 3 minutes left in the Bunty FO sin bin. I think Warriors will get the ball twice more during that period. That's pretty funny, Smart Guy. Look, hey, skill issue. You can't all be as good as me. Can't all be as good as me. Still really good. I know. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it. You still owe me change background? Oh, yes, I do. I do. Thank you for the reminder. So what were the colors that you wanted? Red and blue, I'm going to assume, Kat? So kick from Adam Dewey there. We've had nearly 20 minutes gone in this game. Alright, red and blue it is. We'll obviously have those colours tomorrow as well for the Roosters game. Been a while since I've streamed a Roosters game. And it's an important one. Oh. Ah. My lights in the background are not set up properly. Hang on. Why is it like they're going to score without me? Are they going to? Oh, Chance, he got so close. He got so close there, Chance. Jesus. They're going to kick crossfield there. Tamari Martin. They go up for it. Oh, no, that was really not contested very well at all. Safatoa, the future Manly Seagull, gets the catch there. 14 nil curse doesn't exist, bro. Doesn't exist, WTF. We've seen it so many times, it's proven now. Oh, there we go. Penalty to the Tigers. That's going to help. Smart Guy says, I effing love the NRLW Broncos. I love the NRLW Roosters. And I really don't like the NRLW Broncos after last year. It should have been a Warriors penalty there. They're right. How do you feel about New South Wales' performance? I did make a video about it afterwards. Very sort of ranty. I was incredibly happy with the performance. I didn't expect it at all. I had bottom barrel in the gutter expectations. So for us to have delivered like we did was massive. Nathan Cleary cemented himself with the kind of legacy that I have always said that he could deliver. And, you know, I didn't think that the, he needs to dominate an Origin argument was as valid as a lot of other people did. But he's ticked that box now, that's for sure. He's the best player I've seen. New South Wales had it handed to them by the Maroons, absolutely. I think it was 50 missed tackles and 15 errors or something. The stats were crazy. So, yeah, I think, honestly, like, we played well, New South Wales, no doubt about it. My Simbin line it should automatically remove itself. We'll see if it does. Anyway, yeah, I think a much bigger question that hasn't really been answered by the New South Wales focused media is what the hell happened to Queensland? Like, they were really poor. As well as us being good, they were very poor. Hopefully they don't let Pompey kick again. They don't really have any other choices. Tanner Boyd would have been their goal kicker. If not him, Luke Metcalf would have been their goal kicker, but Metcalf isn't getting picked anymore. So, there we go. Fix itself. Yay. I coded in something where it will remember what the clock said at the time that I press, sin bin, and 10 minutes later automatically remove it. That's very cool. I like modern technology. When you bring Leka and AKP to this team, we look amazing, am I right? I think you look amazing most of the time anyway. But yeah, strike players. Absolute strike players. Oh, Mario.
Well, that's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
York Knights are 9th in SL after beating Hull FC this morning. The promoted clubs are aiming up. On top of only having 8 weeks to prepare their squads once they found out they were in SL this season.
It's incredible. Shout out Paul Vaughan, by the way, playing for York Knights this morning. Yeah, it's a brilliant sign for the health of the game over there that the new sides can come through and compete straight away. That's been such an issue with the Super League for a long time, where you just get these yo-yo clubs who come up and immediately go straight back down. It happened with Toulouse Olympique a couple of years ago. But since they've moved to sort of the more franchise-style model, I think it just gives that a little bit more security, and those teams can plan a bit further into the future, attract maybe slightly better players with the knowledge that they will be playing Super League consistently. So, really, really cool stuff. And York Knights, I love as a team. York is obviously a bigger area than most rugby league teams over there play in. The black and yellow as well, I think it's an underutilized color scheme within rugby league, and their logo is sick, so... Are you streaming the soccer tomorrow? I don't really stream soccer, no. You or Claude? Okay, well, yeah, me with Claude. I would not be able to do it myself. The animations. But still, it took me days. It took me days. Who were the top 4 players Wednesday Origin? I'm really poor at judging individual players' performances. It's a skill that I'm getting better at for sure, but I judge teams better than players. Cleary is my number 1. I think Moses had a very unspoken successful game in terms of he allowed Cleary to do what he did all the early kicking, managed that super well. I don't know if I'd put him in my top 4 players, but I thought Mike Nwangani-Tawase really picked some very, very good moments. Other than that, yeah, I need to see the stats a bit closer. I thought, you know what? I mean, this is one, again, just sort of going off the top of my head, but I think Liam Martin brought a lot of aggression and anger in a time where, in a game where Hamali Olakwatu obviously didn't play. He, upon his return to the Origin Arena, showed why he belongs there. Dewey with a good run there. The Tigers, there's a bit of life in them. 15 minutes after the first half, and they draw 6 again. Let's see if they can get a try before half-time. Still ages to go before the break. Not so fun fact, Cleary's won more games at Lang Park this year than the Broncos NRL team. Cleary won in Broncos v Panthers in round 1, Pars v Dogs at Magic round, and State of Origin game 3. Broncos have won versus the Finns in round 4 and against the Dogs for Anzac Day. I've seen that stat. Yeah, it's crazy. They're the premiers. That's the premiership team. Insane. And did they have an away game for Magic Round? I feel that Broncos had an away game for Magic Round, so that was another opportunity. Anyway, Luai, good catch there, and very fleet-footed to step away for Chanel Hastavida. Toa gets it. Still going here, the centre. Tackled there. I think he's going to have such a big year next year for Manly if he starts there. All right. Hayward, on debut. Gets it to Dewey. Little grubber in behind. Oh, it's weighted beautifully. Ball's free. Tigers score. Tigers score, and I tell you what, it is very much against the run of play. But Samuel Afai, one of my favourite back rowers in the Premiership, he is so damaging when he's on. Completely against the run of play, but he gets the West Tigers back on the board. Did you think Tigers will stop the Warriors? No. Even though they've just scored, I definitely still don't think they will. But that's what they needed to do. Brilliant kick for Dewey. Look at the way that turns to the in goal. Just has a perfect angle, sort of parallel. Sorry, with the goal line. Love it. Love that. Very heads up play. And yeah, so Jared Hayward on the field now in at hooker for his debut. 19 years old, the hooker from Penrith. So apparently Jared Hayward's nickname is Hayward. Who would have thought? That's creative. I don't know who came up with that one, but they've done well. They've done very, very well. Looking at the poll over on YouTube, so 83% of you reckon that the Warriors will win this game. Doesn't surprise me. That's certainly where my tip has lied throughout this game. But let's see, especially if the Tigers could get the next try, 14-10 or 14-12 would be huge. Sorry, Hasman, I know you said that a few times. I keep getting sidetracked. You got round 2, 2000 at Leica. Tigers 17, Warriors 16. Tries to Owen Craigie, John Hapwadi. I don't know who centre is. 2 out of 6 goals for Joel Kane. Field goal for C Field. Tries to Nigel Vangana. C Beverly. D Bars. 0 out of 2 goals for both S Petherbridge and Chase Simon. All right. Petherbridge was sent off for a high tackle in the 39th minute. This message would have been 169 characters too long on YouTube. Well, there we go. Watch on Twitch then if it's what you prefer. No, Costa, again, I don't really do soccer content, so won't be live streaming the World Cup, unfortunately. I am very frustrated by the fact that England are on the easy side of the draw with this World Cup, by the way. I'm just hoping that Argentina... Well, I don't really want them to beat Switzerland, but, I think that they're probably a better chance of beating England, making the final. Could be a France-Argentina final again, really. It's kind of looking like it. Thank you, Archer. I appreciate you saying that. Thoughts on Neil the Seal? Don't know who that is, bruv. Tigers got the goal, by the way. I didn't add it on there, but got the goal. Norway, please win. Yeah, but then... Oh, well, sorry, yeah, if Norway win, that'd be even better. I don't give them that much of a hope. I think, in my mind, France versus Spain would be the deserving final. But anyway. Just have a look at the momentum tracker. It's all green. And normally I like things that are all green. By the way, speaking of things that are all green, I've well and truly paid back the the background color. Accidental SAS colors there for a moment. No way of winning it all. Hey, I'd take it. I'd absolutely take it. I'm so sad that Mexico... There was a chance from a DR Congo striker when they were at 1-0. Jan Wissa, he's a Premier League striker, absolutely should have scored it. If he scores that, I think that they win that game. If they win that game, they probably lose to Mexico next time out. You'd have Mexico versus Norway on Sunday. Mexico with a red-hot chance there of making the semi-finals. I would have been on that bandwagon. Oh, like crazy. Good catch there for a Torpiki. I'm in Spain without the P, says Did Leaguie swear? Real. I'm in Spain without the A. I'm in spin. I'm a fundamentally silly individual. This game is fundamentally stupid. And it does make sense. It does make sense, doesn't it? Another fun fact, David Miles played for the US National Rugby League team in 07 and 08. Who David Miles? I know that name. I know that name. Alright, kick there from the New Zealand Warriors there on the last. Tigers get it about 25 metres out with Siniats River. Did a little bit of a goose step there. A little bit of a goosey going into the line. Don't buy that from the premiership winning winger, Siniats River. I'm in Spain without the S and I. You are in Pan. Sizzles. That's very funny. That's very funny. Related to Nate? Is he? I don't know. I don't know. 10 minutes left in this first half. He was the D Miles in the 2000 game. Oh, I see. I see. Then I definitely don't know him. But anyway. I think I know D Myler. I think David Myler used to play centre mid for Hull City back in the day. He was about 69 rated on FIFA. David Myler. Yep. Irish former footballer. Formerly played for Hull City from 2013 to 2018. Knowledge. Absolute bulk knowledge. Captain's challenge here from the West Tigers. No relation to Nate Miles. There we go. So let's see the challenge here. Is possession retained? I think from that angle it looks like it. The ball got a little bit loose, but I think he always had a hand on it. The forward pass call there from Archer won't factor into things because obviously they can't bucket up rule on a forward pass. By the way, thoughts on the call in State of Origin? It's made my life a little bit more difficult, I'll be honest. Give it a lot of ammunition to those who argue with me about the bunker's capabilities. Would like to have some conversations about it, hash it out a little bit more. Favorite LGBTQ movie? Guess it depends what you define as one, but Priscilla, Queen of the Desert's great. Successful challenge there for the West Tigers, and I have to agree with that. I think, yeah, possession was maintained. Love that. How cool is that animation, by the way? Dino!
Well, that's why you get the big bucks, baby. That's why you get the big bucks.
When is your movie with sticks coming out?
What? I want to give you more of an answer than that for $8, but what? Who sticks? What is sticks? Is movie with sticks a thing? I don't get it, bro. I have no idea. We're up to $51, by the way, for this stream. I know I've been gone a while, but like we are absolutely back and making up for lost time. That's for sure. I think Chris Butler might need to touch grasses in the bunker nearly every game day. But that's what people want, though. A lot of people want there to be dedicated bunker officials. Skeleton with a high kick in the air, but with the second kick. Solid catch there for the Warriors, though. Done very, very well. Dimitri Vaimonga. He's free, by the way, here. Jesus, these back rowers that they've got at the New Zealand Warriors, these young men, they can run. Six, the YouTube channel who make movies about YouTubers. I see. Not familiar with them. However, using the $8 that you've just given me, I will give them an $8 bribe to make a movie about me. Would love that. Oh, knock on there, New Zealand Warriors. Picked up by Taruva. Back to find Jareen Buller. So 8 minutes left in this first half. Warriors have been a little bit shaky since we've been back to level pegging here. What's your biggest donation you got? I think we might have got a triple figures one once. WTF gave an outrageous one a couple months ago. It was right at the end of a stream to take the stream total to 500. And he paid the rest of the balance. It was crazy work. Crazy work. I believe that movie came out a year before Ian Roberts did. So, I'll let you in as to why I'm laughing on my mental state right now. I read Ian Roberts and I was like, the alleged war criminal? No, that's Ben Robert Smith. But I was like, he's gay? Ben Robert Smith is gay? Really? I think there's like a lot of right-wing alpha male content creators who would like to know that. I'd be quite surprised about that. No, Ian Roberts and Ben Robert Smith, very different people. Penalty was... God damn. Well, I've accidentally just taken 2 points off the West Tigers there. I pressed Z on my keyboard. Yeah, was I? Sorry, I'm responding very quickly to a message. Someone needed my help with something. Just 10 seconds. In fact, even less than that. Low-key gonna update my scoreboard to make the animations more like yours. I like them a lot. I like them a lot. There was certainly like I mean, AI is certainly a very powerful coding tool, but I told it very specifically exactly what I wanted. Even like I'll play a challenge successful animation, like even to the point of the letters moving down and having the little glean across the top, having challenge successful, the bottom having West Tigers. Like, that was important to me. So, all right, on the last here, Harris Vida across field, up in the air there. Oh, good catch there from here, Massi Makasiti. This young kid, he can do very, very well in the air. He's got such a build just to be a brilliant aerial threat. Who do you think is going to win the comp and how? Panthers, and by shellacking the Sydney Roosters in the grand final. Penalty there to the West Tigers. So they'll kick for touch there. Tap there by Makasina. It's going to be called back there. Warriors defense was key to get up to them, but I think he tapped it maybe a little bit too far downfield. When's your team grading video coming out? Don't know. Not a priority for me right now, admittedly. I was going to do it as like a 8 rounds to go thing, which would be this round. So I'm obviously not coming out with 8 rounds to go. Might be a 6 rounds to go or 5 rounds to go prospect. Penalties galore. Must be something in the Campbelltown air that makes it do illegal things. I ain't making any comment about that. I love my Campbelltown audience. Tigers have very much been on top since they got Bunty back on the field, which is interesting because statistically speaking, teams do struggle more in the 10 minutes after they get the player back from the sin bin than the 10 minutes of the sin bin. So That's been played, I think, by the New Zealand Warriors. No, it hasn't been. Ruling his last changeover. I think surely they put in a challenge here. Surely they put in a challenge here, if they can. And they are going to. Leaguie, yeah, that's squarely played out. I can't believe that White Raymond has said that that's not played out. This will be challenge successful for sure. Thoughts on the Alfie Murphy Lavender Beige? Is it beige or bi? I've heard people say bi. My European upbringing and having so many Eastern European friends makes me want to say beige. Lavender beige. Controversy. I mean, anyone with any shred of decency falls on one side of that controversy. For those of you who don't know, what started it? Anyway, this dude, male creator, went after Lavender Bai, who's a very growing, a very high profile female creator in the Australian sporting space. I don't remember what she said to start it off, but she didn't say anything about him. She gave an opinion and he came after her. He had this hill that he really, I don't know why the hell he wanted to die on this, because it was the dumbest thing I think I've seen in my life, where he criticized her for selling her body on the internet to men, right, for $2. Now, actually, I'm going to talk about this at halftime. We're close enough to the break. I'm going to talk about this at halftime. Anyway, yeah, we'll get to it. Tigers are on the attack here, and I don't want to distract from that, because I want to give it the time it deserves as well. Beautiful pass for Dewey over the top there. Macassini has got a chance here. The young centre offload back in field. They're still going here. Buller gets it to Twal. Warriors sliding defence as well. I think the ball's come free there. Ball has come free there. They're saying it's going to be 6 more here for the Tigers. Yeah, knock on Warriors. Tigers get it back. Ah, yes, it was about BRS. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for the reminder. I've just slipped off my armrest. It's my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday to Archer's brother. Warriors are challenging now. Jeez, challenges galore here. We'll see. It's going to be all about the direction of this ball, which we're not going to be able to see on this angle. That's got to be backwards there from Shania Estavita into Alex Swall. There is this little first hit. I don't know if maybe it touched Twal after this first hit. No, definitely not. Yeah, that's backwards there from the Warriors. They'll surely win this. Do you think that a person who lives in Queensland should go for the Blues because of their dad living there and vice versa? Yeah, it's going to be chance successful. I think that there are many different reasons to go for a different team and state of origin than the state that you live in. Your dad, well, there's not that many. Your dad being from the other state is one of them. You having that ancestry, quote unquote ancestry, even though it's only one generation going through. I think that that's reasonable. Leaguie, do you know NRL Soapbox? You should collab. We've got, I think, I've said this before, very similar approaches to the game. I like him a lot. He's got Dino.
Tiger Maga daughter or Warriors One Nation son?
Tiger Maga daughter, because A, I want a daughter, and B, I want a son as well. But B, I think at least they don't have voting power for Maga in this country. 6-4 here for the West Tigers. Yeah, on Soapbox. I love him. I love him. And we have a few, DMs back and forth. I have had the pleasure of meeting him before. But I don't know if what he does is really conducive to collabing. And frankly, I don't think what I do is. I've seen a lot of creator podcasts lately where they talk about the importance of collabing and growing together. And I know that in the NRL space, certainly, creators do love growing together. And I've got very good relationships with a lot of different content creators. But, like, the stuff I do, I don't know if it would really benefit by bringing other people in. Like, sometimes in a particular video, if I feel another creator can offer a particular expertise, then for sure. And in fact, I do have a video coming up where there'll be a couple of other creators involved. But I think it's very rare for me. You should go on Soapbox Sermon. I absolutely would if invited, for sure. Did I, Haribe? If so, I'm probably referring to 5/8 and halfback. But anyway. So a minute and a half left here. It's been Tigers well and truly on top. Well and truly on top. In a way that I did not expect at all. I thought Warriors were going to go away with it completely. So even though they don't have the points, geez, 100% completion rate for the West Tigers. That's amazing. That's amazing. Frankly, with that, they probably should have more than one try on the board. Anyway. Yeah, I go for the Roosters, Storm fan. Alright, here we go. Across now to find Jerome Luai on the last here. There's a minute left. Puts it high up in the air. Underneath it. Good catch there from Dream Buller. Seyfarth gets it. Makasini takes them on that edge. Gets it offload back to Sri Lankan Seyfarth. Offload back. Buller gets it. Beautiful soccer there for Jerome Buller. That's brilliant. But he couldn't quite square up the winger. And that's going to be the change over. 30 seconds left. Would you do a meet and greet in Sydney? I don't think I'm big enough to do an individual meet and greet. But yeah, when I'm at a game in Sydney or in Canberra, I always say that I am in my Discord. So yeah, people can then come meet me. Shavdi says, "Do you know me?" I feel like I've said the name Shavni before, but I can't pinpoint it if I'm honest. Would you go on modern day debates to argue rugby league's better than union? I don't know modern day debates, but to argue league's better than union, 100%. Any platform, anytime, anywhere. I'll do it. That's going to be halftime there. 14 points to 6. Yeah, I want to. So let's talk about the Lavender Bai thing. So yeah, she is one of the most impressive content creators who's just growing and going from strength to strength. In the Australian sports space, let alone, female content creators, and I love seeing female content creators involved. I think it engages the female audience in such a different way, and a way that is so beneficial to the game overall. She commented about Ben Roberts-Smith and the decision for the Brisbane Broncos to allow him into their changing rooms after the game, calling it, I think, tone deaf, I could. The clip is what it is. You can go and watch it. But she was very careful in what she said, and it's an opinion that I certainly agree with. Even if you don't believe Ben Roberts-Smith is guilty, he is an alleged war criminal. There's very credible evidence to bring him into the sheds is insane. Anyway, this dude went after her in a way that was such a long drawn bow. It's insane. He had this hill that he was dying on about her selling her body to men for $2, which is if you haven't heard the logic of it, you're going to be absolutely blown away. She has Instagram memberships that go for $2 where she sells extra takes behind the scenes and stuff. No sexual content whatsoever, right? None at all. But he insisted that because she features herself in the videos, her face and such, sometimes she'll be out in public and there'll be a full body shot, as there can be with any human being, that $2 is technically her selling her body to men for $2, and therefore her body is only worth $2. Might be the single longest drawn bow I've seen in my life. The logical jumps to get there is insane. All to defend an alleged war criminal, you engage in that level of sexism? Wow. I wonder if he thinks that any guy who has a channel membership or a Patreon is selling their body to women or indeed to other men. I don't think he'd want to think about that too much. Insane. And to talk about this publicly, to write this out, record a video and think, yeah, this is correct. I'm going to put this up on my social media, to edit it and not think, hey, maybe this is complete BS. Crazy work. Absolutely crazy work. I loved what NRL Soapbox said about it, talking about bullies and how it was clear bullying. And she's been, in fact, targeted again. This other guy did apologize for it, but a boxer who... she wasn't targeted specifically. That's not fair for me to say. She went after a different guy, so that's not really That's not really true. But anyway, she went after a boxer and he did apologize for comments that he made. He made a joke about domestic violence in the state of origin. So the point is, she does some very, very good things in this space. And it was such a shame. I've got so much respect for her. It was such a shame to see her attack like that. But one thing that I absolutely loved was the support, the rebound of support that went her way from creators left, right, and center. I was on a break at the time for content, and I was so tempted to make a video about it, but I thought, no, I need to... Like, I've got such a bad habit personally of when I go out and take a break, I still end up working anyway. So I really was like, no, I'm just going to wipe this thing clean. But, yeah, I was really, really proud of the community for rallying around her because it was objectively the right thing to do. Clearly. The average bloke says League is better, by the way, up the wires. Hey, you're not going to get me disagreeing, bro. You are absolutely not going to get me disagreeing with a take like that. 100%. Should we, I feel like it's been ages since I said this, should we get into some 27-0? What do we reckon? Speaking of new, no, well, not necessarily graphics. Yeah, it's kind of a new graphic, actually, now that I think about it. I've said for so long that the web page animation was something that a weakness I really needed to fix in my streams. And still, I'm not completely happy with this as a finished product, but anyway, it's better. It's better. Are you going for Rabbitohs or Knights? I'm a Roosters fan, so I'll definitely be going for Knights. Bruh, if that's the case, I'm giving away my body when I'm doing a vlog. What the heck? Yeah, literally. But he wanted to make that claim because his alpha male red-pilled audience of young men certainly wanted to be able to dismiss her opinions because she's just, this Instagram thong, which she's so clearly not. But it's the classic thing, right? And I have to stave off things about me selling my body on the internet over, but I've had so many people dismiss my arguments based on who I am, not based on the argument.
It's _Hasman just redeemed Pepsi Max sip.
There you go, thank you. It's in fact the main reason why for so long, it was going to be until 10k subscribers, I wanted to hide what club I supported. Because I didn't want people saying, oh, you only believe this because you're a Roosters fan. You only believe this because you're a New South Wales fan. I certainly got a lot of that over the last 24 hours. So, yeah. It's crazy how many Queenslanders were saying to me. I was critical of the bunker, which is so rare for me. But they're saying I only believed what I believed because it benefited my team. And I'm like, did you actually pay attention to what I said at all? Or... Nah, just decided not to do that one. Oh, Denenkamp on the wing. I'm tempted to pick him, but Lockyer and Mannering's a good start. Yeah, I was going to say, Hasman, I don't know if you have redeemed on Twitch before, because obviously you normally watch on YouTube. What is this dog poo ad, bro? The accent of the girl who sings in that dog poo ad gets to me. I don't know why, but it annoys me so much. We could probably go with Petro in that front row and just see if there's anyone else here. Cool, Corey Parker. I'll stick him in the back row. I could get used to this. I mean, I'd hope so. My YouTube chat's still not showing in my software. Why is it not? I don't know. Anyway, I can read chat on screen. So that's not a big deal. Knights 01. Hell yeah, there's our halfback. There is our halfback. How many points did Penrith beat your Roosters by in the grand final? Look, if we played it tomorrow, we're losing by 20. I think we're a good team, though, and I think that we're getting a lot better, and they are plateauing. Granted, like, they started from a very, very high mark anyway, but quietly confident, SBW wasn't around at this... Oh, he was? Really? SBW was still around in 07? Oh, of course he was. Yeah, he only came to the Roosters in 13. Fair enough. Facial hair Leaguie went. I don't know if we're getting facial hair Leaguie coming back. This is not what you want when you've already got Hindmarsh. Probably take Jamie Lyon in the centres. Not bad. Wires 2012. Let's get Wires. Always get Wires. This is not good. This is not good. I don't really want to take James Maloney, but I kind of need to. I think SJ would have been 87 as well. Dogs 2018, that's not good. That's a reroll. Probably could have rerolled on the last one as well, but anyway. Oh, here we go. That Roosters 2013 team will have Minicello on the wing, surely. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, it is a weird ad, Lorenzo, but there are very weird ads. The one that I spoke about this before that really freaks me out is the Telstra one, which I haven't seen in a while, in fairness. Jenkins on the wing. Jenkins on the wing, do we reckon? I think it's got to be Frizzell. Yeah, where it's like, it looks like the Backrooms. I think it's tapping into the whole Backrooms thing with a movie coming out, where it's just white walls and these pipes and a song from the 1920s. Super creepy. Frankly, like, a little bit terrifying, really, but... Brad Dietz, he taught my brother in high school. Randall Fatoni, I met him. Briefly played for the Roosters. Damn, it's not been a strong ending. It's not been a strong ending. Dogs 2025. Yikes. It's not been good. Tigers are none. Okay, Farah's okay, but yeah, we're not going to do anything with that. Yeah. Do you have a cold? I didn't before. I feel like I kind of do now. I slept with the window open, so maybe. Just a sec. Oh no, you saw behind the curtain that the animation doesn't actually go up to the top, and now none of you are going to be able to unsee that. How much time and research would it take to make a 27-0 game with every single player in New South Wales Rugby League NRL that one Super League season history? An outrageous amount. Especially if you're like rating them all manually. But I am 99% sure that this website is made with Claude, because it looks like a lot of things that I've made with Claude before. Other than that, I was taking significant design inspiration from it. So, depending on how much you wanted to use AI, you could get AI to do the overall ratings. I don't know if it'd do a very good job, though. Good start. Would you rather Warriors or Tigers? Win this, Tigers. Because Warriors are directly competing with my Roosters in the top four, and it'd be nice to see Tigers make the finals. Yeah, I think it is, Lorenzo. You will get 3 losses in this. I unfortunately got a lot more than 3 losses. Tigers 2023. I look like the losses might be coming in even more now, because that's not good. I guess I'll take Appy. Yes, Jairo. That's what you want. That is what you want. Did you play the new Rugby League 26? Unfortunately, I did. Yeah. Yeah. Not happily, might I add. But I did. It's just, yeah. Saw, Trademark Sport say, now that we've got a $5.3 billion TV deal, can we pay 50 to 60 million asking price to EA to make a Rugby League video game? I don't think that's really how it works, but it's a nice thought. It's a nice thought, and I'd love him to be on the money there. North Korea daughter or 1940s German son? As bad as North Korea is, they're not 1940s Germany. It'd be so hard to make stats for literally everyone, especially in instances of players who've had that one random game in the 1920s when matches were nowhere near easily accessible to watch. Yeah. Thing is, though, no one would really be able to prove you wrong about them either. So it kind of goes a couple different ways. Oh, David Miles. We were just talking about him earlier. Was Monty Beetham good? I don't think he was. Villasanti, I always think was good, and then he's not. I'm looking... Oh, no. Was that Francis Melly? Am I gonna... I don't want to get God again. And I know I could pick Stacey Jones, but I don't really want to pick Stacey Jones. I'm going to go with Villasanti. No, 78. It was indeed him I was thinking of. That's not clutch. That's not clutch at all. Was 2020. You're just a was 2020. We'll go Tohu. Tohu, yeah. For sure. In the 1940s, Germany was divided. For most of it, yes, that's true, actually. But not in the start. Alright, the game's getting started again, and that wasn't really going anywhere anyway, let's be real. Would you put Luke Metcalf in these last Warriors games? No. No, I see no need to. They are absolutely flying without him. And he's leaving the club next year, so no need to change it up. Dolphins or Sharks? I think Dolphins will win. I would prefer Sharks to win. Yeah, thinking about tomorrow. I will probably stream. I'll probably stream. If you, when it comes to 3 p.m. tomorrow, go on YouTube and suddenly you can't find my stream, I've cancelled it because I've had to run this event, but I should be able to make it back home in time. Jay Arrow daughter or Andrew John's son? Well, depending how much of the Jay Arrow's attributes the daughter takes on, I don't think I'd want that, so yeah. Actually, not for most of it. There was a war machine for about 6 years, which is greater than 50%. Oh, sorry, they were a war machine for about 6 years, which is greater than 50%. Was it 1939 to 45? Oh, knock on there from Lake Tower immediately. Macassini picks it up. Here come the Tigers. All right. Don't mind that. Here we go. Game well and truly on. Luai to find Alex Seyfarth. Hello, WTF. With an Argentina profile picture. Interesting. So Alex 12 with it there. Alright, Faidu with a run now. So it's going to be Haywood in a dummy half. We've got Bailey Hayward in the Bulldogs. Now we've got Haywood. And we've got Hopwood as well. Oh, intercepted there, Macassini. The execution was just off. And knock on, but it's going to be a double knock on. That's crazy, actually. We've got Haywood, and Hopwood. Quite a lot going on there. I'm going to be honest. Quite a lot going on. Quite a lot going on. WTS says, I'm from Australia. I just go for Argentina and Manly and New South Wales. Do you go for Argentina because of Leo Messi? Who, by the way, is still carving. Absolutely, totally, and utterly carving it up recently. At his big age, at big age 39, he's doing mad things. Absolutely mad things. Can someone on Twitch send a message? I've done something with my chat the way it displays on my screen, and I want to see if it works with Twitch as well. I think it does. I sort of consolidated chat into this different software. My whole layout, everything about my OBS is different. Oh, they're through here. Laban. Jacob Taliban gets an offload to find Ali Lake Tower. He has support with Nick Chazza Cooks outside him. Couldn't find him. On the fourth, there should be a little bit of space. No, they've slid well there, the Tigers' defense. They are going to shift it, though, to the left-hand side. Martin into the line, just holds it, takes a tackle there. Yes, it does work. Thank you. I'll show you what it looks like, because I don't know if you knew what it looked like before, but it looks very cool now. Very cool. Catch there. Oh, brilliant work from Macassini. I know he's locked it on. Not brilliant work from Macassini. First knock on Warriors. Brilliant work from Macassini. That is, I have flip-flopped. I've changed my mind like a girl changes clothes, as Katy Perry once said. I'll show you my my layout. So, here I've got... Oh, it's not really focused, is it? Right. Focus. Yeah, here we go. Here I've got all the recent events. So, Pepsi Max Sip over on Twitch. Lorenzo follow. YouTube subscriptions and stuff down there. Coded towards the color of the platform. Got all my different scenes down there that I switched to. That's, well, yeah, what you can see. my animations box up there, which I click on and then press buttons on my keyboard to make it do things. There's chat on screen as it appears for you, but here's chat as it appears for me. Bit bigger, and I can take different mod actions, which is very cool, and it's all in one place. Room tour? No, not exactly. Mod me, says WTF. No, won't be doing that. We've got enough mods. Thank you very much. Different things down here. That's to change the transitions. That's to control the stream. Different audio inputs and stuff. And different sources that are currently on screen. It's busy, but I love it. I love it. Nope, that is nowhere near the right spot. And I am out of focus. Absolute focus. Sorry, WTF, but yeah, we've got enough mods. Alrighty. So, Finu is... Sorry, did you say Latu Finu? I was on the right edge. Who's come off? Who's come off then? I was paying attention to me being in focus because I'm very, very self-centered. It was Stafford Toa, I think, because he's off the field. Really? Latu Finu would come on and play center? Are you a fan of KSI? Specific question. Certainly was. I'm a KSI OG, and I mean OG. I mean like 2013. Like OG KSI. But really, to be honest, for the last 5 years or so, I haven't had much interest. I think, look, I don't know, but I think, to be honest, KSI has become a lot of things that back in the day he would have made fun of. And it's not for me anymore. It's not for me. I think evidently you're going to outgrow whatever, but he sort of, I think as his audience have grown, he hasn't necessarily grown and still does very childlike content. So, yeah. We saw the game on your mini TV. That's all right. I wouldn't get in trouble for that very quickly. Leaguie wear a white suit and a green shirt. I can't. You know that one episode of Family Guy where like Peter Griffin meets Peter Griffin with a green shirt and white pants? Couldn't do it. Carpera unfortunately kicked a bit too deep there. We got a penalty though, I think, here for the Waz. Yes, we do. I forgot how young you are. Yeah, I am. I'm 23. 23. It's funny, in my little nap that I had a dream that I was at some NRL event meeting some fans of mine, and somehow my date of birth came up, and someone was surprised I was born in '02, and I said, surprised as in I'm young or I'm old? And she was like, in that you're young. So I guess we're kind of getting that here. You mean Retep, Evil Peter? I do mean Retep, Evil Peter. Yes, correct. Correct. Like, what would Leaguie be backwards? Someone write that out for me. I can't be bothered doing it in my head. Wade Egan's fight Tamate Martin. Now for Dimitri by Monga. Super early days here to make this call. There's still half an hour left in this game. And as we know, in the modern game, momentum can do fancy things. But I get the sense if they go 20-6 up, it's a long road back. Yugal. I am Yugal and I am evil. Egan now. Defiant Aaron Clark. Dummies. Goes himself. Very, very close there. Very close. We've had 7 minutes gone in this first half. Egan gets it to find Tamate Martin. Holds the ball up. Gets it to the wing of Charles or Klukstad. If they'd gone through the hands there instead of the cut-up pass, they might have been able to do something with it. Might have been able to. That's a weird-ass dream. I have like very, like, vivid dreams. Very vivid dreams. Up over the top. I think that's knocked on Warriors. What's the ruling? Yeah, it's just going to be knocked back off the Tigers, and they've recovered the ball. 500 mil at once, so every time you pay for something, it costs 50 cents. 500 mil is all yours, no conditions. Or when you buy groceries or a house, it's 50 cents, but if you sell everything, it goes back to normal price. The second one is infinitely more powerful. Give me the 50 cents. Everything is 50 cents. Thank you very much. I am buying Amazon. I now own Amazon. Easily worth more than 500 million. But I now own Amazon. How do you feel having the same first name as the best fullback right now? So my name isn't, unfortunately, Sua Alavi. Or Keanu. No, obviously, you'd be Dylan Edwards. I mean, I think James Tedesco is. But anyway. Speaking of Tedesco, You know how I always say, to the point where you guys get sick about it, rugby league is about moments. Rugby league is about moments, folks. That last play of State of Origin 1, where we put a speculative bomb up and he chased through, won the catch, scored the try against the Hammer as well, who aerially is outstanding. Bro, that one State of Origin, rugby league's about moments. And that was one of the great moments in New South Wales Blues history. Won't go down as it because it didn't happen in, game 3 or whatever. It didn't happen to seal the moment like it did in 2019 for him. But he has come up with 2 moments that have won Origin series. He's one of the greatest Blues players of all time. And that's particularly incredible given that he's been dropped, on a couple of occasions. I only remember nightmares, says Watson. They're incredibly vivid. I have a fantasia, no mental images, but I do dream. Damn. I absolutely have mental images. I have vivid mental images. Can you do sound in your head? I can listen to music in my head when I want to. Carl Pereira for the corner. He scores. Look, it was inevitable. They really invited a lot of pressure, the West Tigers. Alafiata Carl Pereira, he's got Tukas, as did Leaguie Swear might say. Excuse me, you know how Stewie cloned himself and made Bitch Stewie? What would we see in a Bitch Leaguie? I don't remember that episode in particular, so it's a little hard for me to comment. Was it Bitch Stewie as in that's not a swear word, by the way, as in wuss, made you my bitch type thing? I don't like that turn of phrase, by the way, because I don't know if this is me getting a bit woke, but it's inherently a feminine word. A word that refers to a female, and given that making you your bitch is like a derogatory, submissive thing, I don't like the connotations of that. Bitch Leaguie would just have a distinct love for AFL. If it's just opposite, then yes, absolutely. He would be the biggest Trump enthusiast you could possibly imagine, just very, very right-wing coded. Would frequently attack female content creators for selling their bodies online, that's for sure. And listen to nothing but drill gangster rap. Straight up. Specifically American. I cannot picture anything. It's pretty hard to do art. I have to draw it to see what's wrong. I do have music in my head. That would make doing art incredibly difficult. Wow. All right, so Pompey has had kicking license revoked. It's going to be Shanaha Savita with it. Hot take, AKP will break the all-time try-scoring record by the time he retires with no injuries. He can score a lot of tries, AKP, but he needs to be playing first grade consistently enough, and at the moment it doesn't look like he's going to. Eagle has the love for AFL and ref bashes every game. Yes, very true. That's what Eagle would be. If CHG is second best kicker, goddamn, it is their 4th best kicker. But yeah. Yeah. Not ideal. And I think it could cost them, a chance at a comp. Tell you what, he's hit that one brilliantly, though. Hit that one brilliantly. I like that sign. It looks like an IKEA sign, but it's lekker. Sort of similar words, letters, sorry, obviously. Yeah, I just... You can't win a comp by going up in 4s. You really can't. I take it back, have my T, Chanel, and my axe. I met Greg Page from the Wiggles at South Bank. That's my era of Wiggles. Greg from the Wiggles, damn, absolute G. Absolute G. Do you think Milky Jackson is going to break the record of 38 tries in a season? How many is he on now? I remember looking at it the other day and thinking, yeah, he absolutely gets it. Do you count finals as well? If so, then, yeah, for sure. Only injury would stop him. Played there by Vimonga. Oh, jeez, Taliban. That's Jacob Laban, that's what I call him, by the way, because, it's funny. Absolutely monstered one of the Tigers players there. Stepping around the middle of the field, he is chained to a Piki. Does well to get to the halfway line. 25, is that what he's on? It's not actually as clear a thing as I might have thought. Depends what their draw is for the rest of the season. You can't win Origin going up in fours. I am Queensland. Well, I had New South Wales the year before. Like, you know. Yeah. Knocked on the Archery Buller. This game is going to work for the West Tigers. It really is. And Egan's going to score. Egan's going to score. Eyes up footy from the hooker. Johnny on the spot. Picks it up like a seagull on a chip.
He's everywhere, bro.
And the New Zealand Warriors have one hand on the 2 points for this one. What does it mean when I dream about a YouTuber in a green suit yelling about the chemicals in the water turning the friggin' frog straight? That sounds like me. Shout out Alex Jones. Not my guy. Not my guy. It's Tigers, bro. It was there for them this season. It was there for them this season. And look, it's still not over. It's still not over. I was quite pessimistic about their prospects. There was about 4 weeks where I think they won 2, lost 2, but I was like, they are sliding. They are sliding hard. Since losing to... Okay, so here's their result. You know what? Actually, here's their result since round 9. Lost 52-10 to Sharks. Lost 44-16 to Storm. Lost 46-18 to Manly. 3 huge losses. Bye. They then got a narrow 6-point win against the Bulldogs, which Bulldogs fans certainly will remember was controversial, to say the least. So, after 3 massive losses... narrowly beat Dogs. 68-0 to Panthers. They then beat Titans 36-28. You know, Titans are one of the worst teams in the comp. Still can see 28 points to them. Lost at Campbelltown 36-22 to Dolphins. That's not a bad result. That's actually quite good. Then lost 12-6 to Newcastle. Then lost 24-10 to Dragons. They're now going to lose again to the Warriors. They've let it slide so much. And injuries were an excuse before. Frankly, they're not really right now. Dewey and Luai are on the field. They're on the field. Had a dream last night that Laurie Daly was one of my teachers. I don't know what subject. It was just my teacher. It was really weird. It was in a food court. That sounds like the kind of dream that I would have. Absolutely does. Laurie Daly, teacher of rugby league. Has Chanel lost his forward, potentially? No, he's lost that backwards. The more the season goes on, the less that loss to Tigers hurts because we've seen worse calls made that changed the game. Yeah, I hate to admit it, but you are probably right. Well, you get the chance to have revenge next week. Bulldogs play them. Moving forward, yeah, so Bulldogs versus Tigers, which I thought was a couple weeks ago a bit of a 50-50 game. It's no longer a 50-50 game. Then have to come down here to Canberra to play the Raiders. Never an easy prospect. I know Raiders aren't great, but in Canberra they're, you know, challenging. Then Eels at Cobbank. They've still got to play Roosters and Panthers and Cowboys that the rest of this year. They're not making the 8, bro. And frankly, they could slide quite a bit. They're already in 12th. You've got Raiders and Broncos behind them who were looking to obviously pick up some wins. Jesus. I didn't think they'd win this game. I thought they'd be a bit more competitive, though. It's 26-6. By the way, they're chapter books. I hate books so much. Sorry, what were chapter books? I don't know if I've seen them. Why are you wearing a glove? Good question. I've got this rash on this hand. I've had it for a very, very long time. And I wear the glove to sort of protect the hand a little bit. Cobra's in. Cobra's in saying up the wires. Up the wires, bro. Up the wires. Hell yeah. Long time no see. Back from the dead. Good to see you, sir. That was a crazy 6 again sound. Anyway, it's for the West Tigers there. Eagle is going to be a massive Sydney Swans fan who absolutely loves the AFL bunker and despises all things to do with rugby league. He also loves rugby union. That would be him. But he would despise the bunker. He'd despise the bunker. And blame it for everything. Absolutely everything. He's embodying his inner MJ with that glove. I like that you've gone with inner MJ and not inner OJ, because that's a different kind of glove connotation. Maybe you were thinking OJ, I don't know. You're going to Toops 300 tomorrow? Unfortunately, no. We'll be streaming it here. It's funny, Hayes, he said in no uncertain terms that he expects me there, and I need to be there. Tigers nearly scored there, by the way. But unfortunately, no. I'm luckily going to be commentating, and my God, I'm going to get hella emotional. What Daniel Tupou means to me is as much as any footy player has ever meant to anyone. Have you gone to a doc or dermatologist for the rash? I have, yes. Yes, I have. Quite recently. All right. Kick there from Dewey on the last. High up in the air. Good catch there from Jareem Buller. And he's over, but he's not down, unfortunately. Will be held up there. That's good stuff. They're throwing a different little shape at them. I don't mind it. He touched the South fan, got an immediate allergic reaction. That's pretty much what happened, yeah. Pretty much what happened. WTF, I hope you mean as in Arsenal fan rather than the other connotation. I'm not an Arsenal fan if that's what you're asking. Alright, that's crossed the sideline and it's gone to 10. It's gone to 10, so they'll recover the ball here, the New Zealand Warriors. Chanel, good job. Great job, bro. Whoa, that was a big sound for you not to hear. Sorry, I didn't know that you were going to hear that. Anyway. It's alright, we live. Bro, I'm going to sleep like a baby after this. You know what I've been watching? Prison Break. I've been watching Prison Break lately. Quite good. Starts terrible. The first 3 episodes are like egregiously laughable. And I was just kind of taking the piss out of it. Then it got really good. Anyone here seen it? Played there. Goes past Tanner Smith. Gets out to the 30-meter line. I tell you what, I thought I was not going to do very well in this stream, but I've done better than I expected. Do you think Roosters could sign Luai, especially since DC is pretty old? So we ruled ourselves out of the race to sign him today. Didn't surprise me too much. I will admit, for a moment, I was like, maybe, with Savala very much being a centre. But I think we trust the guys that we've got coming through. Toby Rodwell, incredibly highly regarded at the club. I think, personally, I like Savala. I mean, I do like him in the halves. This is going to be Warriors ball, by the way. It was touched by the Tigers. I do like him in the halves, but I like his ability to be a 14, a versatile 14. And we're losing Connor Watson next year, so I think that's kind of important. So I don't know. Maybe Savala will still stay out in the centres and we'll just put Rodwell in at 6. But Rodwell is a really good player. And when you could bring in a half like that, or knock on there from Chanel, they're going to say that that's not knock on. I thought that was a knock on for sure. Anyway, White Raymond's not had the greatest of times with the whistle, in my opinion. But yeah, I think if you can save money by bringing in a 5'8" that has gone through the juniors at the not local juniors but junior grades at the club, then that's really good. You miss Sadie Smith? I'm going to assume you mean Sandon Smith. Not really. I really like Sandon Smith at the club, and he's a good player, but I don't think he's going to be a premiership winning half, and that's certainly what we're aiming for. He just sort of came through at the wrong time, unfortunately, at the Roosters. He came in still towards the end of Luke Keary's career, and Luke Keary was never going to be moved on by the club. We love Luke Keary. And then when the opportunity he left anyway. Opportunity kind of opened up for him, and Hugo Savala was coming through, local junior. Probably, I think, the better half, in my opinion. They're very different styles, but given the amount of experience that Savala has compared to Sanders Smith, I think once Savala's played the same number of games Smith has, Savala will be the better player. So, line breaks at 10-0 in favour of Wise. Bro, Tigers haven't delivered anything today. I don't know, like, they kind of looked beat. Towards the back end of the first half, they played well, but they looked beat as soon as they came out, honestly. I don't know if they have the belief. Good evening, Madsen. Good to see you. And honestly, for the first time, I'm kind of thinking maybe Benchy's not the guy. Like, I think that, I always say, when you sack a coach, there's 2 sides to the coin. There's a coach you sack and a coach you bring in. And there's not an obvious coach to bring in. There's really not. 6 more here for the Tigers here, though. They've got an opportunity. Speaking of coaches and coaching depth, you know, V'landys is that he wants to bring in a new team in 2029. Knock on their late tower, surely. So we would bring in a team in 2027, 2028, and 2029. Tell you what, look, I think the competition has the talent depth to manage that. Just about. It does not have the coaching depth. It does not have the coaching depth. A little minor graphics refresh? Yes, indeed. Certainly a little minor graphics refresh. We've changed the animation just slightly as well. I think, honestly, like when the Dolphins came in, the team that they put together was predicted to be a distant last place. And I think that Wayne overachieving with them has made us think, oh yeah, it worked out with the Dolphins. Let's just bring in 3 new teams in 3 years. I think they're really going to struggle. Knock on Tigers again. Just have to invest in English RL? Well, they spoke so openly in that press conference, which I plan to make a video on if I can, about global ambitions and expanding into England, which I love the thought of that. I want to try something. No. I've got this button at the back of my microphone. I thought it might be a mute button, but it isn't. Hear me out. Whatever team has a top 8 side can sign Nathan Cleary and win the comp. Yeah, probably. It's going to be a challenge successful, I think, from the West Tigers. Terrell losing the ball forward doesn't change the action that Ali Leitauer did. I look, it's going to be a penalty Tigers. I know I say this a lot, but we interpret professional fouls completely incorrectly. New Spider-Man Brand New Days coming out soon. I'm keen to see it. I'm very keen to see it. I think Mamaninga last 1 year as coach of Perth. He's not a good week-to-week coach. And frankly, I think that there's a lot of players that kind of suspect that. I think that the aura that he has doesn't really hold with a lot of the younger generation of players. And I think that's a big reason why they struggle to recruit. Not the only one, but I think it's a big reason. Certainly a big reason. Bears will get the spoon. PNG's hella unsafe. 20th team doesn't even exist. NRL expansion is cooked. It's not cooked. The fact that we are expanding is a good thing. It shows the health of the game right now. I'm worried that we're doing it, a bit too quickly, all in one go. But anyway, knock on their safe path. Good pass there from Martin as well to find Chazak Cookstad. He thinks better of pinning the ears back, though. I think Bays will get the spoon. Granted, though, I think everyone thought the Dolphins would get the spoon as well. PNG are going better than I expected. They're signing some very good players. 20th team, we'll see. Matty Johns finally put his hand up for the Blues. Really? Was that... Because I know a couple of weeks ago we kind of shot it down a bit. Getting him and Joey in for 1 year next year would be great. Cobra!
I think was winning. Gold medal emoji.
Winning this game or winning the comp? That's good stuff from you, and I think you figured out as well how to put the text along with the donation message, which is great. You can get the text to speech because you've always struggled with that. Thank you for the $8, Cobra. Much appreciated. Love you being here. Love you being here. He didn't even win a game for New South Wales. Who? Anyway. Knock back there for Tara, mate. Good stuff to find Dream Buller. Is this Matty Johns we're talking about? At least we don't have to worry about News Corp splitting the competition in half. Well, hopefully not. We'll see. I do think once we get to 20 teams, there will be talk of splitting the team into splitting the comp into 2 conferences. Just as long as it's not a Sydney conference and a rest of world conference. That would be egregiously unfair. Matty Johns won 0 out of 4 games for New South Wales. Yeah, okay. Madge never played for New South Wales. So, yeah. Out in Penrith, Isaiah Yeo barely gets any credit. Next to Kingwood Station, there's a massive mural of Nathan Cleary on an apartment block. Where's my Isaiah Yeo mural at the back of Hungry Jack's? Yo, I think by Noah's of Ball, Noah's of Rugby League, appreciate Isaiah Yeo. But the thing is, he's not a marketable player, really. He's not your flashy, Stephen Crichton, Brian Toto, Nathan Cleary, who's, played in that Penrith dynasty. He's a male pattern baldness, big country dude who doesn't come up with, the silky, flashy plays. He facilitates it all. So I think that's sort of why. Keep it one thing, bro. We don't need to do it in NFL. I'm not completely against the idea. We can't do conferences. It won't work. It's too American. It's too American. I don't like it. It will just go into a Super Rugby-like situation. Why do we think it won't work? Why do we think a Super Rugby-like situation wouldn't be good? Because it wouldn't be that you just play your teams in your conference either. I think that the way we would structure it is, ideally, you play... So there's 10 teams in each conference. You play each of the other teams twice. So that's 18 games. And then the other teams once. Oh, that's more games, actually. That brings it up to 27 games throughout the course of a season. So I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't work. Maybe that wouldn't work exactly. They'd have to do it slightly differently. They might do it where you lower it to 20 games played. I think that's the way that they want to go. Well, certainly the way fans want to go, and you maybe play like a rival a couple more times. I hope they don't do this global round idea. I don't think that they will. I think it was very much a media thing. But why do you hope they don't do it? 40-20, the angle's there. It is there. No, yeah, unfortunately, it turned too late. Good kick, though, but didn't get the result. They would have to not do it, or I'm watching AFL. Yeah, okay, but why? Why, though? Why would you be so against it? Dragons are getting the spoon. I mean, yeah, it certainly looks like it. They're putting together some good form, though. Cobra! Bro!
I think you just got 14.99.
I think I did. I have to ask. Thank you, Joseph, for following. Cobra, $15 is crazy. I need to ask, have you got your mum's credit card? Because I know you are a child. Do your parents know about the money you're donating? Thank you very much. Much appreciated, brother, as always. We're now up to $82 for this stream, which is crazy for me. That's big numbers. Big numbers lately. Cobra, you've been a huge part of that. Thank you so much. But, yeah, just want to make sure you're allowed to be doing these donations. Recipe for disaster. I don't see people getting up at 3 a.m. to watch NRL. I mean, I certainly did. But I think that the way... I remember Michael Chalmers had a schedule that he came up with, and it didn't involve it as early as 3 a.m. I think we wouldn't do it all in one day. I think we'd do it over the course of a whole weekend, so we wouldn't need to get up at 3 a.m. to watch NRL. Lorenzo, just the capital letters, can you chill on it a little bit? Just because otherwise everyone will do it. Mario says that waters the comp down into parts that work rather than have a healthy overall competition. I mean, I think that there's a few examples of conference competitions that are healthy overall. NFL, NBA, MLS even. But yeah, I do think that in some respects it's an idea that we sort of do for the sake of doing it. Really functionally though, like in a way we kind of already have it. And a lot of people wouldn't like hearing this, but already, because the broadcasters have had control over the draw, now the NRL are going to have control of it, so it'll be more equitable. But really, you already basically have the teams you play twice and the teams that you play once. I'm a Roosters fan. I'm lucky enough to support a really good team. Every year, we will play Melbourne twice, South twice, Brisbane twice, Panthers twice. We play the good teams twice. Every year we will also play Tigers once, Titans once, Raiders once. That's the way that goes. So already there's a bit of a conference thing. It's not geographically separated, but the good teams play each other more often, and the bad teams don't. So that in a way is a conference thing, but it's obviously not, directly assigned. No, it's my money, and they just say whatever it is your money. just don't complain when I run out. Well, thank you then. I hope you've got quite a bit of money for you to be donating this much. Much appreciated, brother, as always. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish every team played each other twice. It'll be way too many games now. Way too many games. We can make the competition, about 12 teams and then do it. For 13 teams, you can get away with it. That'd be 24. But, yeah. I mean, yeah, could not do 38 weeks plus finals, Madsen. Could not. No chance. Way too many. Oh, look, from a perspective of, like, if you keep everything else constant and it's just more rugby league, yeah, bro, of course. But, no, I think you get so many injuries. Why can't we keep things the same? Why do we want conferences? This ain't the NFL. Not even scummy AFL have a conference. I don't know, Lorenzo. I still just haven't heard a reason from you against it other than I don't like it. But yeah. Alright. 10 minutes left. Really more like 11, but anyway. NRL can become a 42-week-a-year sport. So you want 38 weeks plus finals. No international calendar then either? No preseason calendar? Just go straight into it? I don't think that'd be a good thing. Pompey with it now. He's got a bit of room around him. Gets inside Dewey. Sets away from Lanyon and loses the ball forward. Nah, make them work hard? Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm race video. Okay, gotcha. That's alright. No, it's not the first time I've seen that point raised. And I have seen it raised sincerely before, so I was just like, really? I thought Madsen was smarter than that. I did a bit of math for the 19-team thing. Keeping the whole one team has a bye per round business, and then 3 rounds with 7 byes. 3 rounds of 3 byes. Mathematically possible for each team to play certain teams twice. It's around 33 weeks. Is that including finals? I don't think, though, once we get to 20 teams, one team will have a bye per round. Because then as well, it would have to be 2 teams with a bye per round. We won't get that. I know that a lot of people have become adjusted to one team having a bye every round, but the only reason why we have that is because there's an odd number of teams. Normally, we wouldn't. I wonder as well, because it could be an issue, because now teams have got used to having 3 byes over the course of a season. Back in the day, you got 1 bye during the Origin period, so I don't know. Yeah, 33 weeks plus finals, so that would be 38 weeks in... Well, no, sorry, 37 weeks. Plus then international calendar. I don't think the RLPA will ever sign off on that, unfortunately. I think Origin should be moved to a Sunday night if it becomes a standalone. The broadcasters don't want that and the NRL don't want that. You can do it as a standalone, but keep it on a Wednesday. Over the top there for Chance Nickel-Klukstad. Catches it nicely there. So 8.5 minutes to go in this one. We still need buys? Well, yeah, this is the thing. I wonder if it will become an issue. It's definitely being spoken about behind the scenes. Whether the clubs and the players want to keep that. But I don't think that will be the case because we're talking about having an extra game. Which you could have... Once we get to 20 teams, you could have an extra game and 2 teams have a bye.
Lorenzo Theraborn just redeemed head dent check.
Bit of a hair dent, I'll give you that. There's also given... that's also given all teams get 3 byes throughout the season, and overall each team would play 11 teams twice. Yeah, it's sort of a bit inevitable that we can't play all the other teams once and we can't play all the other teams twice. Unless... I have seen some people say... Lower the number of games, get to a 20-team competition, leave it at that, play every other team once, and then finals. But I think that's too few. I don't get this whole thing of Origin has to be on Wednesday night. Well, 1, tradition, but 2, the broadcasters want it. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me that Wednesday's prime time, but it is. And the broadcasters are the ones driving the whole Origin having to be on a Wednesday thing. So, alright, run there from Terrell May. Tackle there. Buller's down in back play here. Dream Buller. That's not what you want. Inside 7 minutes to go. He's down badly. Underneath this is Taintor Big. You got to say, Twitch chat is carrying right now. YouTube chat ain't doing nothing. And there's way more people watching on YouTube. 43. Thank you all for being here. Please do come back tomorrow for at least the Broncos game. Bulldogs Raiders. At least Bulldogs Raiders and the Roosters game tomorrow. Almost certainly Dolphins Sharks as well. But if it becomes standalone and it stays on Wednesday night, what do you have Thursday, Friday, and Sunday? I'm assuming you mean Saturday there as well. Easy. You launch the NRLW throughout that period, and expanded NRLW competition can actually get decent prime time slots there. You have international games as well. We did that back in the day, a couple of years ago even. Laban's through. He gets a pass back inside. Healy scores. Is that his first NRL try, perchance? No, it's not. He scored last week. Oh, lol. Yeah, we had it a couple years ago, 2021 it was, where... Was it 2021? No, it was 2022. We had a week off for an Origin game. We had internationals on the weekend. Now, you won't get, obviously, the best players. They'll be playing State of Origin, but our Pacifica depth in the competition is so strong now that you're still going to get very good, very entertaining games. Are they going to rate as high as the NRL matches? No. But this is a flaw in the argument that a lot of people have said. They're like, oh, the broadcasters would never allow that because you're not going to get as good ratings, and we're surrendering those weekends to different codes. We're not. We're not surrendering anything. Thank you, FRM. But we're not giving up those games. We are postponing them till later. 3 weeks where we pause the NRL and give it up to other codes, we get 3 uninterrupted weeks back at the end of the year ourselves. And we get to keep those international fixtures. No, that's right, Watson. No dramas. So, you have NRLW, you have international games. You then, I think, as well, I think this would be less so, but again, it's the third most important thing. You could play some state cup matches at good times. There'd be a lot of teams who want their players to keep up match fitness and would send a lot of their fringe players down to reserve grade to play those games. It'd be great. Make it a proper atmosphere. I know we have the Beer, Food and Footy Festival, which is like kind of a bit of a... Well, it was back in the day a bit of a New South Wales Cup Magic Round. Have that on one of the weekends. Make a festival of that. I think that'd be sick. You need to extend the NRLW season then to fill those slots. You would, but I think the NRLW season is going to extend. Or throw in some buys in the NRLW season to make up for those weeks. Oh, I love the song that's playing. Old Times Rock and Roll, Bob Seger. Banger of a tune, that. Bob Seger, by the way, one of the most underrated musicians. So good. Annoying song? Oh, hard disagree. Night Moves by Bob Seger. I mean, it sounds nothing like Old Times Rock and Roll, but Night Moves by Bob Seger is one of the greatest songs ever written. Easily in my favorite top 10. Wasn't Bob Seger in Full House? I don't actually know. I only know his work as Bob Seger. Alright, so that's been knocked on there by the West Tigers. I'm going to challenge this one here. Really no point challenging here for the West Tigers. The game is done, but anyway. Someone in the crowd screaming about the challenge. 32-6. Jesus. Bunty Afoa is offside. So it's not even going to be a knock-on. It's actually going to be a penalty. Lamau, that's Bob Saget. Bob Saget in Full House. Different then. Damien says, go the Waz. Well, thank you for being here, by the way, Damien. Damien. I can see that this is your first chat this stream. Yeah. Absolutely. They're cooking. They're cooking it. And that top 4 battle, I'll tell you what, Roosters, Dolphins, Warriors, you then got Newcastle just behind. Got the likes of Manly who still want to be pushing for that as well. It's scintillating. It's absolutely scintillating. Bob Seger's best song is Turn the Page. Very good song. I wish that there was a studio version of it. There's only live versions of it that I can find. The John English cover of it is very good. But No, in my opinion, it's definitely night moves. But Turn the Page is very good. NRLW and international games won't rate as well as your regular Thursday and Friday games. Yeah. No, for sure. They won't. But again, that would be a con if we were sacrificing 3 rounds of NRL. We're not. We're just postponing 3 rounds of NRL. So we're still going to get those ratings. Instead, we're going to get internationals and NRLW games that rate better than, nothing. So, yeah. It does extend the season, though, which I think is sort of contra to, obviously, my whole... everything I was just saying earlier. Thank you for streaming today. You never fail to bring a smile to not just my face, but every single one of your viewers' faces. Never give up, my bro. That's so nice of you to say. Thank you for your kind words there, Lorenzo. Much appreciated, as always. You got away with the words. I kind of needed to hear that a little bit. We'll be streaming, obviously, all the tomorrow and all the Sunday as well, so I need to hopefully keep that up. RBO2 says, Legman, oh Legman, up the F and Waz. Waz are well and truly up right now. Well and truly up. Not me, I am Zah, I am evil. I understood that reference. Channel 9 depends on those viewing figures, especially when they're programmed literally nothing during the week this past quarter. Again, though, you'd have to get the broadcasters involved there. But they'd be getting something. They would be getting something. Them, depending on those viewing figures, like, it'd be... Oh, Luai straight through here. Good step. He's got the pace as well. Is he going to go all the way? No. Great try-saving tackle there for Chance. Brilliant stuff. Chance put on a report for a trip, Rugby 02. Tigers here on the 3rd. Getting it to find Hayward. Now in the hands of Dewey. Yeah, they're getting... think of it this way. If this helps it, think of it as if we still had the NRL on in terms of ratings, but then added 3 rounds of internationals and NRLW fixtures at the end of the season when we would have otherwise had nothing. It's kind of like that. I think that's a better sell to the broadcasters. Knock on there, Tigers. No, in fact, it's just going to be played again. Luai has it. It's a kick across field here. Aim for Buller. Warriors get it. A minute left in this game. Warriors did very well tonight. Warriors has done very extremely goodly tonight in the gamings of Rugby League. Some Rugby League was certainly played out there today. I tell you, I said I'm watching Prison Break at the moment. There's a lot of physical violence in Prison Break. A lot of, prisoners and such, police officers tackling one another and all that. And I lie on my bed watching this, eating or whatever. And every time there's a bit of that, I'm like, oh, there's a fair bit of Rugby League being played. Rugby League. How good's Rugby League? Yeah. Damn. Revenge, boy. This is revenge for round 4. Yeah, that was, when you look at the draw, it's one of the most surprising losses we've had so far this season in hindsight, but are they really challenging this, the Warriors? Dude, 19 seconds left. You've won this game by 26 Rugby League points. Why are you challenging? And they're going to lose it anyway. It took Tigers 79 minutes to get one line break the whole game. That's egregious. That's a war crime. That's against that's a violation of the Geneva Conventions. You should not be allowed to do that. Illegal, in my opinion. We're stupid for challenging. You're not stupid for challenging. It was maybe to get a little bit more of a defensive breather before going again. You might as well use it, but damn. They're challenging out of spite. It's not even the Tigers challenging. If it was the Tigers challenging, then yeah. Pass there for Dewey over the top. And it's intercepted there by the Warriors. Intercepted by the Warriors. Lehman's not going to have the legs to go the whole way there, unfortunately. Might they spread it across the field? Go for a try, potentially. Topiki with it. Aaron Clark now. Oh, puts a kick up over for the midfield area. Back for the Warriors here. Oh, Martin has it. He's got chance to go cooks that outside him. Dummies. Tries to put a kick in behind. Bunty forward taps it. Charge has it. Charles has it. He kicks it forward for himself. Buller will knock it down. I tell you what, that was a hell of a lot of rugby league played there. Hell of a lot of rugby league played there. The New Zealand Warriors, they come away with a brilliant win. An absolutely brilliant win. the Tigers are sliding, and they're sliding badly. They are very much on life support right now, the West Tigers. They will go to a record of 7-10. You really need, I think, 13-11 to make the finals, have any chance of it. So they're looking at only being able to lose one more game for the rest of the season. It's looking dicey. Very, very dicey. But thank you all for being here. I much appreciate that. As I say, back tomorrow. There's a slight chance I might not be doing the Dolphins versus Sharks game. Just have a look on YouTube when the game is starting, and you'll see whether I'm streaming or not, but I almost certainly will be. So that should be good. Anyway, we'll leave it there. It's good to be back. It's very good to be back. I've got some very exciting things I'm working on in the background. I've got a new idea, by the way. I'm blatantly stealing it from a soccer creator, but no one in the rugby league space is doing it. For a new series of shorts, and it's good stuff. It's going to be really, really funny. So anyway, I will leave it there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out. And as I see you out with just the one song this time around, it's a long one. It's a very long one. So actually, I'm going to, you know what? I'll talk through it a little bit before we actually get into the beat drop. Warriors on top, baby. Top 4 time for them. They are cooking in 2026. They're bound deep into the finals. Can't wait to see it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you later. Bye.
Giving it you everything now every single time. It's a hard and sort of mindset of an individual kind. It's a matter of having something to believe. Realizing when the chips are down, you gotta be in the win, y'all. You won't believe the